What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Bad Talk Show. So today we're going to talk about humans versus robots. Who's going to win the job market? Because I don't like the fact that a robot is kicking our butt. That just doesn't sit right with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you a bunch of articles that, unfortunately, robots are beating us in right now. But if you stick around till the end, Rel will share with you something that robots cannot beat us in. So we still have a chance. You just got to stick around. So anything we share will be in the description below, but let's get into it, bro. The first thing that we're going to talk about is going to be our beloved McDonald's brand. So it says, welcome to the first ever McDonald's where you are served by robots in Texas. So this is already happening, even though this said December, that was their trial period. But if you've been keeping up with social media, this is already going on right now. So it says in Fort Worth, Texas, the branch is fully automated and requires no human contact to order and pick up your favorite meals. That's insane. And this is what it looks like. It's a smaller version on the inside and on the outside for McDonald's. So, Rel, if I think about it, right? When I think of McDonald's, I think of college students, I think of high school students, I think of people who want part-time jobs. So what does that mean for the job market when it comes to McDonald's with robots taking over, in your opinion?
To me, that just shows me that honestly, you're gonna have to get some like high skills. You're gonna need some skills that can actually generate a lot of income, because obviously, like McDonald's, kind of anybody could work it. I definitely mean this respectfully, but it's like anybody could work it. You don't really need a crazy skill to do it. But it's like if robots are gonna replace those same jobs, then dang, it's like you're gonna need to get those, maybe something where you have to go to college for it or whatever to stay alive. Because other than that, these low income jobs, these minimum wage jobs is getting replaced. So that's kind of sad for people in that situation. They might have to go back and learn a skill.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? So where you say is perfectly, because over here it says, some people are commenting on this and it says, well, there goes 1 million of jobs, right? And then someone else said, honestly, if they go through with this, I'll just boycott McDonald's. Their food is mid at best. I don't know about that. And the McChicken slaps when I'm hungry. But that's
fries always hit.
Right? And the milkshake, when the machine is working, and the ice cream machine, it's pretty good. I can't even lie. The strawberry one slaps.
For a fact.
But that's different. So I agree, right? This is the one that really freaks me out, though. So Amazon, it says the famed stock picker predicts that Amazon can have more robots than human workers by 2030. More robots, bro. So when you go down, right, you're like, okay, let's see what's going on. So just read this real quick. It says, as of 2022, Amazon peaked at roughly 1.6 million employees. Although recent layoffs have affected that number, in contrast, Amazon currently has more than 520,000 robots in use as of mid-2022. More than 500,000 robots. Now, what do we think about that, bro? Like, we already seen videos and memes and stuff of like Amazon with the warehouse and everything. So in my opinion, and I mean this very respectfully, a robot's gonna do a better job in the warehouse than a human will when they're detecting and putting up boxes and shipping it out. So do you agree with that, or you're not really on the same page?
No, I definitely agree with that. And they could actually get more things out as well. Like they're gonna produce more. They can work all day long. You don't have to worry about hours. And on top of that, Amazon doesn't have to pay these robots. So now that just boosts up Amazon. They now have more cash on their cash on hand.
And they can pay off better dividends to their actual stakeholders now, right? So which then would make me want to invest in Amazon. Because I'm like, yo, you're saving money. You're giving me back more money. You're innovating more with the money you're saving. It makes sense. So that's the Amazon one. And last but not least, how Tesla, Google, and others are making robots more like us. So you and I, Rel, obviously, but then the people watching, just like us, right? So when you think about it, this is another crazy part. This right here, this picture, is what the robot kind of looks like. So it says Google is literally working on robots that can understand vague phrases like, I spilled my drink. It says it right here, and then work out the steps needed to solve a problem. That's insane to me. Because when you think about it, when Tesla had its Open AI Day, right? So like that's basically their day that they're introducing all these different things that are up and coming. Optimus, right here, is what they introduced. It says Optimus is built around Tesla's self-driving AI, but instead of being designed to navigate roads and understand traffic lights, The AI has been altered to negotiate the rest of the world and detect everyday objects and humans. So when they're driving now, it's not like, okay, like that's red, that's green, blah blah blah. No. It's literally understanding the way that we're driving objects that come in the road. Like it's an orange cone, let me move around it. It's doing that by itself, and that's the freaky part about robots.
And on top of it, it's like they're saying like literally navigate in our everyday life, like being in our homes. Because like it even says it right there. Like Elon Musk said that the robot was designed to be the kind of in-home helper you might one day buy as a gift for your parents. So this could help out the elderly and everything.
Bro, that was gonna be my next point actually. Literally, like if you think about it, for grandparents, right? The people who are older, honestly, you're not always there to take care of them, and you need to pay for nursing homes. So when you think about it, it's like, yo, maybe I don't have to pay for a nursing home. Maybe I can have a robot kind of be there to like handle the tasks that I'm not able to, or that my grandparents are not able to. And then nursing homes in the future could just buy these Tesla bots and do all the tasks that needed. And then the empathy side of things could be there for the humans. So there's a lot of ways that kind of go hand in hand, but this is where it gets really freaky. So that's what we want to show you when it comes to what's happening with these big and large companies. And now I know Rel has a really cool article that we want to share with you too. So go ahead, bro.
For a fact. So peep this, y'all. Peep this. Let me get the screen sharing privilege.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Because this is insane, yo. Like we already know, we've been talking about AI for a while. And I don't think you guys really understand, right? It says it right here that robots will replace 40% of jobs in the next 15 years. 40% of jobs in the next 15 years is crazy. It says that according to the World Intelligence Congress, AI, virtual personal assistants, and chatbots will replace almost 69% of the manager's workload by 2024. Yep. It's only a year away. It's like, so everybody's workload has gotten a lot better off of this alone.
I'm already using them. Like I already use chatbots. I already use like virtual AI assistants. Like legitimately, when I have to write an email, ChatGPT, give me a template. If I'm making like a whole PowerPoint, I'm like, give me an idea, and it gives it to me.
Bro, even content creation too. Like it helps a lot of content creators. It helps with everything.
Bro, so the course that we're making, right? I literally used one of the AI tools to have cartoon images. I was like, give me a black and white cartoon image of someone at a beach. I want a male, and then I want a female, and it gave it to me.
That's fire.
I'm using these tools because I'm like, why not? Like, why would we sit there and do everything and go on Google Images when we could just go to these tools? And they give us exactly what we want.
100%, bro. And it's not just us doing it, right? This is the whole world. So
absolutely.
Exactly. So let's talk about some jobs that robots will replace in the future. Like, number one, customer service executives. Customer service, bro. What do you think about this? Do you see robots actually replacing customer service executives?
Yes, 100%. It's already happening. Like, how many times do we actually click? Think about all the times you click any of the call services that you call, right? And they're like, oh, press 0 to speak to an operator, and you keep on pressing it. Well, that's a customer service executive that's supposed to answer the phone, but it's a robot. So it's already happening. It's just gonna get better with time.
No, that's a fact. And like you said, it's getting better with time. Like we've already seen the capabilities of ChatGPT. Now, when we have voice capability with ChatGPT, like it's gonna as intelligent as ChatGPT is, so will these customer service replacements.
Bro, remember when Google did its open technology? Like they were showing like a demo what it's gonna look like 3-4 years ago. They actually had this where the customer service rep was basically saying like you couldn't tell it was a computer, a robot, or a human. Like a human being was talking to the actual person, air quotes, but it was actually a robot responding. And it was like, hey, do you need help with something? And the robot was like, yes, I need help with blah, 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 blah. How can I do this for you? Blah, 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 blah. And it's responding, full-on conversations. And no one knew. But Google didn't roll it out yet because of obviously ChatGPT.
That's crazy.
It's already happening.
Bro, that's wild. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, that's how I know, bro. This is only the beginning of this AI revolution. Y'all have to, first of all, before we continue, everybody, please make sure you like this video, put a lot of research in here, and please subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on. Turn your notifications on because we have so much heat coming this month, this year.
If you guys think Rel is good looking and he has muscles, like it.
I gotta be all of y'all. Come on. Like, come on, man. So, but on a real note, okay, so bookkeeping and data entry, I think that's something.
That's easy. To me, that's the easiest one. QuickBooks is already doing that for a while now.
Yeah, they out of here. Respectfully, they out of here.
Yeah,
receptionists. Come on.
How do I feel about a receptionist? Yes and no, but to be honest, you don't really need a receptionist. 'Cause when you think about it, when you go to doctors now and you check in, I don't know if you got like your check in like a physical yet. I just went to go get my physical done, and like you check in using an iPad now.
That's what I'm saying. We
So
don't need them to
this is
hand it over
kind of
to
already
us.
happening too.
Yeah, we don't need nobody to hand it over to us. Like it's like
Mhm.
not to like say that their
Not to
job is
discredit anyone,
yeah,
but the computer tracks your data better.
yeah. It's just real. You know what I mean? Proofreading. So we were talking about this when it comes to like Grammarly. Like they said, Grammarly is one of the most famous apps that professionally use proofreading concepts. Don't, but I think that every software, I think like Google, for example, is going to have proofreading capability without even having to download Grammarly separately. Like, I think that's going to be just a natural part of pretty much everything on the internet. It's going to have proofreading capabilities using AI. Like, it's not going to, even Microsoft Word, like you're not going to have to download Grammarly separately to now check your writing. It's going to be just Microsoft already has their own version of Grammarly. So that's there right there. And then even for people who are editors and stuff like that, it's like it's tough. It's gonna be tough on editors for this exact reason. It's gonna be like there's already editing AI.
Yeah, because I think what Grammarly did right when it comes to AI world is they could be smart. They could basically get bought out if they're having these conversations already, and just say we'll sell you our software and our property, like our IP, intellectual property that we already have, and then you can buy us out. Perfectly fine. But if I'm a Microsoft, I'm a Google or whatever, I would be like, well, yeah, I could buy y'all out, but how much money is that going to cost me versus just taking less money, maybe depending on numbers, and just adding this onto all my software that I already have. And if they do that, obviously it's going to be a huge thing. But proofreading is, bro, I will 110% always trust a robot or AI or machine learning to do that more than a human being, because human beings could add emotion to proofreading and be like, oh, this is a nice person, it's okay, versus the AI is like, nah, you're wrong. It's true though. I always thought English was like annoying because sometimes I feel like I would get a bad grade even though my teacher just didn't like me. It was a fire essay, bro.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I ain't mad. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. So next they said manufacturing and pharmaceutical work. That's another one. So this is like, even in pharmaceutical labs, robots can work together with scientists, providing a much safer environment. Scientists will no longer be putting their lives less at risk. So,
okay, I see what they're saying. Like by scientists, I'm guessing like they're talking about like the chemicals that are being built and stuff like that, but not like pharmacists like making. I mean, I guess a robot could do that too.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like entrenched in the industry all over. Like I think, but to me, I feel like they'll work side by side more than replace on that level. They'll probably replace certain aspects of their jobs, but not the entirety of the job itself. But it will definitely be, so you might need less of the human beings, and then you'll just have certain human beings that work alongside the AIs to develop.
Right. No, I can see that.
Yeah. Retail honestly is kind of like retail. Man, we can replace a lot of retail workers, bro. In my opinion, yes, you want the emotional aspect of like.
That's what I'm saying, but yo, it's crazy because I think the emotional aspect, we keep on saying that over and over again, but at the same time, like this is just starting, man. Like they're only gonna get better with time. Like the only thing that we have over them is the human touch, right? And the emotion side of things. But when you really think about it, it's all about inputs. So if you input the right code and the right things into the robot, which is crazy that I'm saying this, it's gonna continue to learn and it's gonna gather emotion. Just like a human being, when you're a kid, you don't know emotion and you learn those emotions as you get older. That's what's gonna happen to a robot.
For a fact, bro. For a fact. It's about, like you said, it's about
so
who coded
crazy.
it.
I'm sorry that I said this out loud. That's wild.
True. You could like in a way code emotion into these robots. So it's like we gonna get that, bro. And then plus it's like at the end of the day, if you're a company, regardless of all of that, you're still gonna probably just be like, you know, I'm gonna cut costs and make sure I just get robots instead of having these employees.
But that's the thing, right? You could have a retail service where a robot or something is checking you out. You can have it where a robot's answering your questions, but you can have one human or two humans now where they're there for support.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you're gonna need
that's
many
that's
less
all
humans.
it is, honestly.
Yeah, you're gonna need so much less humans, bro. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like maybe not an entire elimination, but you're gonna eliminate 95% of the humans. So off of that,
Right.
job.
What else we got here?
Let's talk about
Doctors is tough.
Doctor one. Let's talk about the doctor one. Doctor one is cool because, like, well, I told you,
soldiers.
Huh?
That says soldiers on the bottom.
Yeah, we gonna say that one next. You got real. I want to say doctors because, like, even when my mother was like getting a surgery, she said like she had robots operating on her, and so, but it was alongside doctors. But it just shows like, hey, things that only doctors could do. Now we're getting robots that can do that. So you kind of want to. I don't know. Like I said, things will be working side by side, but I don't think anybody wants to replace doctors in entirety because you need that aspect.
I don't want to do that. I'd rather trust a human than a robot right now.
If they give you enough evidence, Newski,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said right now.
So I'm asking you, right, hypothetically, right, if they do enough trials to where they show that this robot has a 99.9% accuracy rate on their surgical procedures, do you trust the robot over a human?
Yes, right. I would, but this is the part. It's so weird, bro, because it's like the human side of things, which I already spoke about earlier, is like if a mother is giving birth, right, and like she has to have like a particular thing happen. I don't want to go into detail because I don't know that much about it, but I know there's a part where it's essentially like you have to make a life or death decision.
Yeah.
Based on the human side of things, right? Yeah. That's the only piece that scares me about robots and doctors' cases, because a doctor robot is different than a customer service robot. You know what I mean? Like a doctor robot, I would want to follow procedure. Like this. You do not go beyond that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like you have to follow to the T. So that's my only thing with doctors.
It's so fragile because your life is at stake.
Exactly. So I don't want no human touch when it comes to robots with doctors. You do as you are inputted to do.
That's a fact. I know what you're saying.
I'm not playing with you, bro. You're not killing no one. Like, no.
Okay.
But they wouldn't get tired, which is good. They wouldn't get tired.
That's another one. I agree. Yo, soldiers is
that's what I saw. That's wild. Because this is already happening.
Bro, it says recently the head of the UK military stated that autonomous robots could soon form a quarter of the British Army by 2030.
But see, this is the crazy part, because the first thing that comes to mind, which is kind of crazy, like it's low-key like a movie, is like, all right, think about it, right? Like you have this side, you have this side, and this side doesn't have robots, this side has robots. The robots could be used as a tool to put a self-destructing bomb, basically, and you go here, and then boom, these people die, and the humans come in after. And the robots are dead, who cares, right? And then you have the humans moving in.
I think
it's a crazy concept.
It is a crazy concept, and it's definitely movie-like. But what I picture, bro, I picture like these superhuman type robots. Like, because these robots, they have robots already that could walk and run extremely fast, jump extremely high, lift things up. So like, it's really going to be a battle of who could have the best robots, because robots could take over a whole city if they really wanted to. Like, on some like movie stuff for real.
Dexter. You watched Dexter as a kid?
I did watch Dexter as a kid.
Yeah, it's literally Dexter.
That's wild though. That's coming, bro. 100% coming.
So why don't we do this, right? I think what we're getting at, I think we're scaring people right now. You want to move on to jobs that they cannot take over?
Yep. And I for the podcast listeners, they also mentioned taxi and bus drivers, market research analysts, security guards. But let's talk about jobs that they can't replace. So human resource managers, they said writers. Writers, I want to stay on for a second. I think that robots could replace writers personally, because we already see it even in ChatGPT. We see it does creative writing. It's written screenplays and everything. Mm-hmm. So you don't really need human touch on writing if these AI chatbots are already having their own mind and making up stories for us. So
I don't think so either.
whose story is better? I mean, and they write it just fine. So I
And their
don't.
grammar's right. I think the only thing we would have as a writer is I think one thing that humans will always have is the ability to QC, which is like quality check, or like QA, which is quality assure. Everything that robots are doing. So like a writer, aka a robot's writing everything for you. As a human being, you would just have to go read it and to see if it's exactly what you want.
Yeah, you're right. Lawyers is crazy. Lawyers crazy.
I know we were talking about this earlier because this was a debate, like a heavy debate earlier, but like they go hand in hand. They have to go side by side, in my opinion. I think there's gonna be tasks that like the robot could do in the law field, and then you're gonna have a lawyer as a human being doing the other tasks.
I like what they say here. They said robots cannot have the emotional intelligence to persuade people. A robot cannot reason with another human being. However, robots, like you said, can help in terms of processing evidence. So that's why I agree. I think that's more of a side-by-side thing, because they can, process the evidence. But there is definitely an element that I think lawyers know. There's an element to their job that has to do with persuading human beings. There's maybe a way that you look somebody in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like
it's just weird because I had this conversation with Marcus, like one of our friends, back in 2021 when I went to go visit him, and we were having this debate at dinner where it was like, how can robots, like how is that going to work with like emotion? But you're seeing it happen slowly. Like they're starting to get even more emotional because they're starting to pick up on things.
I saw a video of robots having a conversation with each other, and they were talking about emotion and everything. Like
exactly,
she was saying,
it's only going to.
The robot was saying she had emotion and everything. It was weird.
Input, process, output.
Okay. Okay. Chief executives, like CEOs, for example.
That I agree with.
Yeah,
I don't want a robot doing that.
You can't replace a CEO.
Nope.
And we need leadership skills. I agree. Scientists.
We talked about this one.
Yeah, you need scientists because you need them to be creative enough to even develop the next iteration of a robot. And
boom, that key word right there, bro. Creative. I think the creativity part of it will never be taken away, right? I think the creativity part of it will always be there.
Even though AI can probably process and generate a better AI.
Right, but you have to input that. You have to tell the AI, like you have to tell the robot to do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There has to be someone that's doing all this, unless it's like a movie where it's like robots like, oh, I want to take over and I'm going to build more robots, Nah,
that's a fact. I like this one. Clergymen, like picture like pastors or whatever, like whoever, like religious leaders. You can't replace that. I don't care how much the robot could show you whatever religious scripture you read. At the end of the day, there's a whole human aspect to that cannot be replaced.
I agree.
Yeah. Psychiatrists, psychologists, same thing. You there's no way, bro. Like bro,
I'm telling you, I swear to God, I'm not trying to just be like crazy here. I wholeheartedly think the whole theme of this episode so far, in my opinion, and comment below, y'all, if y'all agree with this or not. Input, process, output. It's three things. If I make a robot right now with the brain of someone who's been doing this for the last 30 years, and I take all that experience with my colleagues' experience who's been doing this for 30 years, and then their colleagues, and then I combine that into a robot and tell them every single case that I've studied, then that robot will process that because I inputted it, and now it's going to output it. And then I'm going to make an AI technology where the machine will continue to constantly improve based on every case it studies. Now, what are you going to tell me? And I don't get tired. And I don't let the actual human touch. This is where it can go against me. And I don't let the human touch basically, alter my opinion on things. Because if you're talking to me, I see you're a nice person, I might not give you the truth. But if I'm a robot, I would basically be like, nah, like this is what you're telling me. This is what the studies have shown. This is how I want to give it. Which is crazy. I do not want to be that guy. Trust me. I like humans.
Bro, I disagree with you, bro. I think that you are seriously undermining the aspect of human interaction in these therapy sessions, for example. If we're using therapy.
I went to therapy. Trust me, I get it. I understand.
Bro, you should know that there's an element of like looking a human in the eye and knowing that a human is understanding you and processing you and you feel heard. Like people, honestly, a lot of therapy is people just want to feel heard. No funny.
No, that's what I'm saying. They want to feel heard without this other part that you're forgetting, without feeling judged.
No, I feel like they want to be heard by a human though, not a robot. Because that's like,
to be fair though, they just want to be heard, right? Like if they want to be heard by another person, but how do you know that the robot cannot hear them and give them a good answer based on over 100 years of experience?
I swear people don't only look for answers. I feel like people literally look for like, yo, this human understands me.
I get it. I hear what you're saying.
Understood, heard, empathized with, right? So I don't think, I swear like it's not just about give me the answer. A lot of them answers on Google, if we being real.
But that's the aspect, right? Like you want to be heard, so you're gonna go to a therapy session where you feel like you're being listened to, where you feel like you're being understood, right? And that's what humans will do that. I'm not saying they won't. Of course. I'm just saying it would not surprise me in 20 years from now if we have robots leading stuff like this. It wouldn't surprise me.
We'll revisit this video.
Yeah, we could. It's just funny because like I don't want it to happen, but the way we've been moving in the technology I've been seeing, I didn't think we were gonna do a lot of things, and it's happening.
Then it happened. I agree. You know, how stupid will it be when you see me 20 years from now talking to my AI therapist? You go,
yeah,
you'll send me this video.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's insane. It's different.
Yeah. Event planners, I can see that. That's not really being replaced. Like graphic designers and event planners, I think both. You need that human like opinion on that. I think that AI can give them suggestions, but you need the human opinion for real.
Yeah, I don't see event plan. I don't know how that would work. I guess Trello's already doing it. You could use softwares for it, but event planning, I'm thinking like weddings and stuff like that. I don't see a robot doing that.
Me neither. Same thing with graphic design. They can, like I said, give you suggestions on how you could design, but I think humans will.
The creativity part, the artistic part, I agree.
Yep.
There's a lot on here, to be honest, like software developers, public relation managers, project managers. Shout out to project managers. But yeah, like there's a lot on here.
Yeah, there's a lot, and there's probably other things that the article didn't even list out as well that robots really can't replace. But I think, you know, the theme of this episode is kind of looking at your field right now and saying like, hey, could a robot do what I do? And if they can, it's time for you to figure out what you could do that a robot can't do. And then make sure that you hone in on that and make that known so that now you're irreplaceable. Because if you have a boss or not, it doesn't matter if it's your customers, you could still say, hey, what are my customers or my boss getting from me that they cannot get from a robot? And you have to make that known, make it known, yo. So then you are forever valuable.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's all about the value. But if you like this type of episode, if we didn't freak you out enough, if you think that I'm psychotic for thinking that therapy can be replaced, just make sure you like the video. That's all I'm asking for. If you think Real has muscles, like the video, bro. That's all it is. But nah, for real, we appreciate you if you're still watching. Thank you. Please make sure you subscribe and put the notifications on because we drop
2 videos a week.
And you don't want to miss them. Thank you for checking this out. We have a video dropping Wednesday that you need to check out. But until then, peace.
Peace.
Soundstripe.